Good morning, babes. So, Halloween was today's November 3rd, so 3 days ago, but I'm tired. So, I was like, I need content. So, I recorded a bunch of stuff on how I made my Veronica Sawyer costume from Heather's the musical, and I was like, why not do a video of my process? Also, I dyed my hair last night because I'm spontaneous and bored with how I look. So to begin my Veronica Sawyer look, I needed a royal blue blazer, which I found at Goodwill that perfectly fit me, and a nice dress shirt that I already had lying around, and a little peek of Clemson. Oh, who's a good boy? You're a good boy. Yeah, you are. Next, I needed to work on the cuffs for the costume, so I just began painting on my little white fabric that I just had lying around. Then I just did the other side off camera and I just let them dry for a bit, and I was gonna start sewing them together, but I did use my favorite paint of all time, this great leather paint. It's so durable and worked perfect. After I painted the end, let them dry, I took my fabric and flipped it inside out, so when I began sewing, you wouldn't be able to see the seams when I actually flip it. Then I did this so when I put it in the cuff, it'll make it easier to stay and be able to pin down. So I took my jacket and turned it inside out and folded the fabric on top, which I didn't realize when I first did it that I turned it back to inside out, so when I flip it you won't even see the dots, but I pretty much just pinned it and then redid it because I had messed up. Silly goose me. So I messed up. I did it double inside out, so we're just gonna do the exact same thing and redo it the other inside out. So this is actually me fixing my mistake and doing it right this time, but again I just took some baby pins and just pinned it to the freaking fabric because that's the only way I could get it to stay. I tried to do it without the pins and it just kept coming clean off, so you gotta work with what you got. Once I finished, it honestly came out so perfect and looks just like the actual character. I'm glad I sewed the ends because when I first did it, they didn't reach to each other, so that's why I actually had to sew it, but I just adore how it came out. And now it was time to do the other side. Next, I began working on my brooch. It came all clear and I wanted it to really pop out the blue, so I just took some basic glue that I got from the dollar store, took some glitter that I got from the dollar store, a small paintbrush, and just filled in the little area, just really thin layer, and then I just dabbled some glitter right on top and it just worked so perfectly. God bless I didn't have another struggle making a part of my costume. It shocked me how well it came out, and guys, I think I should get into customizing jewelry business, you know? I think it's for me. And due to COVID, I had to make a mask that matched my outfit. So I just took a white mask that I had in my car and I just thought, well, I'm just gonna paint it. I used the same paint that I used before and I sketched out the name Veronica Sawyer and it came out awesome! Oh my gosh, I love it, I love it, I live for it, I love everything about it. It's for me, it is. So lastly, I needed blue socks for my costume. Knee-high blue socks. It was impossible to freaking go buy some, so I was like, we gon' DIY this. So my grams gave me some white knee-high socks, and we thought maybe using blue food coloring would dye the socks blue. Sounded like the best idea in the world. and turned out to be the absolute worst idea in the world. My God, I did not know that it was just gonna wash off and just turn the socks pink. Who would have known that using blue food coloring on white socks would turn them pink? Pink. Blue just washes right off and they just turn pink. Not I. So I went for a round 2 and tried to use Kool-Aid to dye my socks. Guess what didn't work? The Kool-Aid. So I didn't record what I actually ended up using, but I just cut up an old dress and took the sleeves off of it, and it matched my blazer, and I just called it a day at that point. That was it. I couldn't do it anymore. Nope, not I. So this is the wreck I look like right now, but we're about to try this costume on. So, 1, 2. So far, that was pretty much the final look. I also got the skirt from Goodwill. I didn't have my brooch at the time, but I honestly think my outfit came out amazing, and I just loved the way I was looking. But I was also talking during this, but you guys don't need to hear the babble of crap I was saying because it's irrelevant. But the final result was amazing. My boyfriend was also JD with me, and I went to my aunt's Halloween party and had a blast. Loved my costume, loved everything about that day. I hope you guys enjoy. Remember to like and subscribe, and keep watching.